Now return to SimCity 3000. Okay, well, surprising no one, I am going to do some more revisioning here. I kind of had intended this to be the medium density. Like, I'd wanted to keep it this way just because I felt like that's a nice height for the buildings and all. We are kind of out of the big old city center here. But then I noticed land value up here is astronomical. So, the initial idea that I would build dense buildings to try and get the tallest and biggest and bestest buildings I ever could, utilizing this little cheat where we're up on a hill with water in it, I'm going to try and do that. So we're going to do a little bit of demolition here and rezoning. And oh boy, what I'm hoping is going to happen is that the immediate demands down here are going to fill right back up, and we're not going to have any downtime on this. That would be really nice. The question, though, is what do we want to do? Because 4x4, obviously that one is an obvious choice here, so we'll just take you out, and we will turn you super dense. I guess I could have one here too. Use the smaller buildings. Yeah. Use those as a buffer. Although that puts a big building right next to that one, unless I maybe do one here. That is an option. Then I miss out on 3x3 building there. Yeah, maybe we won't do that one. I do want to try and get a big 4x4 building for the commercial. Require me to get rid of maybe that one. I could take that as a 3x3 and expand this one. It doesn't fit though. I have to go back one, so that's a no-go there. This one we could do. Or we could add a little variety and put it over here. Should I maybe go for dense anyway, just in a 3x3 configuration? And then a 4x4 here? Sure. I could do it here too. We'd be getting rid of that little thing. Kinda don't like the choices I'm making here. What if make this one dense commercial? That one dense residential. I mean, I guess it depends on how many types of these buildings we really want to see. I imagine it's going to crawl down the hill. Now down here, though, it is very high. It is not yet astronomical. I can only imagine we will get some creep, that it will go down there eventually. Try that. I don't really want to be surrounded by this. So I guess what we're doing here is Project Hive. Oh, by the way, we can actually hook this up and it'll maintain its shape because that building is there. Let's do something else here real quick. We cannot. Okay. Well, never mind then. Just be a very awkward and unnecessary loop, I guess. I am curious what a 3x3 would look like, though. I mean, this is the place to do it, I guess. It's gonna crowd out that castle and not really fit an aesthetic, but if we can get a bunch of tall buildings up here, maybe we can do the Hive thing and it'll look probably really bad, actually, but that's, you know, whatever. We're experimenting and having fun right now. Because of this, right? Which is not necessary anymore, because I think we're connected up and through here. Do we even need this to go here, is the question. I mean, if anything, we would need a connection up in here. We could maybe keep that. And I guess come off of it here. So I wanted to pull that back. Now that connection, well, we're going to do something with this here in a minute anyway, so could make it flat here, but I kind of like the idea of just going off of this. Okay, we're back on the grid, at least this side of the grid. Obviously, we're going to have another weird thing going on there, but this won't matter. Won't matter. There. Okay. And I guess I'm envisioning that continues on. Being 4 away makes it parallel to the 4 away from here. That actually is pretty good. So how did I get so far away from it over here? I don't know. Anyway, it matches up again, so I guess I'm happy. Do we do it there? We'll come back to it. The roads go nowhere for right now. So, do we attempt... Maybe we can do medium down here instead of the super dense. Because I imagine, you know, even though this stuff is still taking a while, it is going. And if it's anything like the neighbors up here, it is eventually going to become something. I guess I can take you out of historical since we have a neighbor here. Because this one is actually within a 4x4 zone, which means this one has potential to expand even higher. So let's see what happens here, but I'm just expecting this to become sort of the immediate zone, since everything is astronomical. Well, okay, around the lake, everything is astronomical. And I'm hoping that translates into maximum building type. I'm still not really pleased with how that turned out, but let's see. Let's go medium. I guess we just go on with it. goes kind of weird there. It's a real heavy shopping corner there. Maybe do a strip along here. I mean, should it be medium here, or should it be some light? Well, this would probably go to 4-2 though. Side. I guess inside of here. Playground. Okay. So hopefully we'll get kind of a tiered look. Is after all the hives, so like these will be the dense, these will be the medium dense, and down here will be lesser. So I guess this should be medium then. Let's try pulling back on this zone like this, so that I can still surround it with my gobbledygook, and then we can it should, I mean, if this one goes to 4, this one should go to 5. It should work that way. Should doesn't mean it will, but hey. Okay. That one can go there. I'll figure out how to transition to that there. Fill in the space. Bit more that can come in here. You know what, though? I didn't like this. I don't like where this is placed. It just doesn't look right. It looks very much out of place here. So we're going to get rid of that. How about we transfer it over to here somewhere? It's not big enough. I think that's a... wrong buttons. There we go. Of course, it's going to be a matter of finding the damn thing again. That is not it. We never put that Quincy Market back in. Mayhap it could go in some very awkward place. And that's kind of a waste of space if I don't put it there. I think this is also kind of a waste, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have some nicer buildings in certain places. The fact that we've already got one here, though, I kind of want to put this someplace else. I'm afraid that the buildings here are actually going to cover this. Well, okay, we won't worry about that one just yet. We'll come back to it. You. Okay, that's a 5x5. Well, I guess we could just put this here, because this whole block right here is... I just chastised myself for putting landmarks next to each other, but that would fit there. Or, alternatively, it doesn't fit up there anymore. Well, maybe I just won't worry about that right now. I've got so many landmarks listed down here. I feel like I really should be using more of them, but it doesn't really fit now. Let's do that there. Grab playground and I don't need a train train station there. I mean, it wouldn't have anywhere to go anyway unless I ran the rail down there, which is still a thing. I'm still not sure exactly where I want that. Let's clean you up a little bit. Because in order to actually branch out from this way, what I'm going to have to do is find a row that doesn't have any buildings on it. So I could like take it down the tree line, which unfortunately is all the way back here. I could get rid of that bus stop. But then that would at least branch it out into this area. And then maybe I could use it to come over here into what will be like the industrial thing that I do here. Maybe? Okay. But we still need to kill some more demands. So I guess that means maybe medium commercial there. Some medium residential up the back. We don't need to have another park, or a big park anyway. I will put a little park. Yeah, let's put a playground in there. And I mean, this is so pointless, really, to not just bring that up to the end there, because I can't put much else there. Let's keep that clean so I actually maybe remember that there's supposed to be train there. In fact, to help myself even more, we'll just put that there. Stretch it out so I actually know it's train. So we'll think about a train line there. Well, I guess I can just continue on here. If we want to spread... I mean, how badly do we want super high land value around here? Because that's going to spread over to here, and then these guys are all going to disappear. This is already medium land value. And we kind of had this as a job center, although that could disappear now too. If we're going to make industry over here, although that kind of prevents the central area of town from having access to jobs. So maybe not the greatest idea. We'll start scaling back a little bit. I don't want this to go too crazy though. Where are we at? Yeah, that's getting too. Oh, that's a fire station. Well, that's still high land value. That is not good. That is absolutely not helping. But they haven't all disappeared yet. I mean, this doesn't say abandoned, so it's just not anything special. These are abandoning, though. They say lack of chocolate sprinkles, but I suspect they're being priced out. I mean, you've got things like this, very high land value right next door, so we're probably going to end up wiping this out, unfortunately. And I don't really have an alternative for where that's going to go. Unless we just send it all to the other side of the highway, which is a possibility. When I do move the airport up here, you know, that's going to make bad pollution and all that. And I do have some plans for this here in a minute too. So I'm still working on the airport. I think I understand it now. The thing is, what I've learned is that all of the airport assets only point one way. Like whether you place it down or whether they develop one way. So that they're very much different to some of these other buildings that will orientate themselves one way or the other just at random. But yeah, so that like especially with this, not that. With like the terminal walkway, the end is over there where the planes would meet. So to have it pointing out of any kind of building, I mean, I guess, you know, you wouldn't notice it really, like this thing here. But to get it correct, you have to have everything pointing in a very specific direction. So I'm still playing with the design. The design would actually fit here, I think. I could make it fit if I adjusted the hill. But, you know, the whole pollution thing that is clouding over here, we're just still trying to get rid of. Okay, that's all commercial, right? That's light commercial. To go. What? Wrong thing. Okay. Need you to go away. Now, let's not forget to reconnect this just in case. But everything else ought to be. I hope. Alright, we're going to let you go for just a little bit. Are we? Did I ever solve the trash solution thing? Yes, okay, I did. I don't remember how. I've got I got the incinerators up there. Okay, yeah. That's how. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can get some really nice buildings in here. Oh, okay, well there's one. That's not a 4x4 though. But the federal building is a good one. Again, that's not a 4x4 building. I honestly don't know how many there are, though, is the thing. High-tech lab, commerce is booming. I don't know how many types of these buildings there are. In fact, maybe what I should have done... Do I have a 4x4 commercial? Okay, well there's one. There's one. Finally. A 4x4 medium residential. Blackouts. Alright. Let's start on one of the things I wanted to do. It's only 30,000. I'm gonna do some reconfiguring here. As a part of that, one of the things I'm gonna do is put that there. So that'll go there. I'm gonna do some stuff with this, but for now we need. Let's see, power's going through you, and it should be touching you. Just make sure of that. But that should be electrifying and contributing to the grid. It is. It's almost completely used up too. Okay. Before we go too fur here. Yeah, I only put mediums. Oh, okay, there is. There is a potential for a 4x4 building to show up here. Oh, okay, just the one then. But I don't have any more medium. Medium. I guess, nope, that's light, right? All light. Let's zone another potential spot. One right there. And how about one right there? Because I know we got that shopping mall. Whoops, that is not what I want. I know we got this shopping mall down here, but I still have not seen a single 4x4 building downtown besides that. And it actually gets me down just a little bit. Because of how hard we've actually tried to get stuff in here. Doesn't look like there's new developments on that front either. Okay, let's continue on. Plenty of schools, that's good. Usually when they say that, that means they're about to not have enough. Experts say, oh, get out of here. Okay, land values are still astronomical up here. I guess we're just witnessing the limitations of what we can in this area. Well, so like I wouldn't be opposed to keeping like buildings like this. That's a good height. In fact, if we could get rid of maybe these two, because this isn't really turning into the hive I thought it might, we could maybe curate and cultivate the top side of this so that it at least adheres to a theme and looks correct. I'm thinking maybe I should extend out the cliff side here just so I can get some estates along the edge. I was trying to avoid that, but we've otherwise just got a bunch of lawn. Okay, well that's oh, and I was going to look up what this meant. I'm sure somewhere out there. Ordinary days in Solar City become common. Yeah, okay. Well, they're about to not be. So, it didn't really take care of much demand at all, but it is enough that it's starting to put a bunch of industry back into demand. So that is interesting. Well, now that my little fun thing is done here for now, I think I will do that once these two buildings develop down here somewhere. So I have a copy of at least one of each type of building. I'll demolish them and see if I can't maybe get something else in there. Because this, that is commercial, and that is sitting on a 4x4 spot, right? Yes, okay. So if we can get a squatter kind of building for that, to make it look okay. Like, again, I don't know how many 4x4 buildings are in the game. I should probably actually look at that, but we'll maybe curate the cliff top here a little bit, and it'll be nice. But one thing I want to do before we end here, I'm going to revise this dealy-do. Psychic Casey Edgars predicts city to grow. Yeah, imagine. Solar City Bureau launches City Beautification Project. Tourist Bureau. Regional Ketchup King cousin to tie the knot with a toothpick tycoon. Okay. and Solar City Society gather to honor visiting potentate. Yay. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to move this once again. But before we do, let's see. Let's come out to here. And I want... It needs 5. So actually the front of this building is right here. It's on this side. So if we put that right up against the wall here, I think we'll be fine. Up against the road, rather. And then what I wanted to do is I wanted to move the science center, because this thing is actually related to space. It's got the space logo on it and everything. So I think, just for aesthetic purposes, even though there's not going to be any commercial over there for it to influence, I think we should move it. We'll keep the medical research center down here because that kind of makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's sort of in the cross between industry and commerce, right across from a hospital, so thematically I guess it's okay. But I definitely want to move you, and I have no idea what's going to fill the gap there. So it does need to be on the back side. I guess I could have a street going here. If that's the case, I do want trees lining the front, but it's because of its points of contact, it's pretty much going to have to be touched all the way around. You know what? I'm gonna, because I'm doing mulligans here, I'm gonna do a freebie on that one. Just hold off on that for a moment. But I will pay for the other power plant I put up here. So I'm gonna jank that out. It's gonna cross. Yeah, I don't know where I should put this. Oh, I didn't see the road thing going over here. Oh well. That's okay. I guess we'll pull one of those. Okay. And then I'm going to play a little bit with the walls. See, I want to move that tower over to this side. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to put it back in the wall. I'm going to adjust some of this, and I will be back in a moment. Alright. The base finally looks like it's something I'm satisfied with. Moved the water tower inside, shrunk the wall again, gave it a little bit of a curve here, so now it looks interesting, I guess, and contained. I don't know what I'm going to put back here, but while we're here, why don't we just go ahead and do that. Maybe I'll bring rail in here too, and we'll just do like an underground subway thing. You can have, and I don't even know, but maybe we'll connect it up over here. I do, however, want to put these things back down again, and let's see, we're going to do I am weak. Put the spaceport. I'm going to put it to the side here. I had actually considered making this a part of my airport complex, just because it's within the color and, you know, kind of appropriate to that, I guess. Shuttle the Titan. And it, you know, I got a lot of room up here to fill. Maybe it would be good there. But I kind of figure it actually is suitable here, at least for now until I change my mind again. And then we'll do that. So now we've got the space lab right next to the rocket. It's kind of in there together. Cover that front. It's utterly pointless, but okay. And we'll probably end up having a road come down this way, connecting up to that somehow. Or maybe connecting over to here. Maybe I'll put some incinerators up there. Let's also go ahead and put, not you, test module back in. Be that too close? Maybe something like that. I mean, as a scientific research facility, having it over here would kind of make a lot more sense, I guess. But as long as it's within the complex, and I'll fill around here maybe with like tarmac or pavement or something. Like there's a gap here because I know that there's actually a dirt-colored thing like this that is 2x2, and it is not a part of the military set, or the wall set rather. It's called something else, and I don't remember what it is offhand. So I'll probably do a little bit of fill-ins and decorations off camera. Get rid of those dead trees over here. Oh, better. Okay. Yeah, so, this, I don't know, have a little bit of industry out here, maybe. I mean, we could start taking care of some of that. I could have some kind of connector road or something, or maybe here. I don't want to actually push too far here because of the trash. Let's see what the pollution is going to do here. Now that I've moved that again. The year 2099. It is now crossing the river. Okay. Well, maybe without the multiplier effect of the airport, that'll kind of go away. I feel like, well, I guess it's when I had the spaceport up here, it pushed almost to the hill, so removing that. That is really creeping now, though, isn't it? So I'm not so sure about that. Pretty sure all of these are gone. Oh well, that's lack of demand, but I'm pretty sure pollution would heavily affect them. Oh well, now demand is gone. Okay, so much for that. Short-lived. I also wonder if it's actually just having an impact with these estates. I don't think the simulation takes that into effect. Because there aren't offices like this isn't. Oh, that's terrible. This isn't like city skylines or anything like that. The jobs themselves, the industry themselves, switch over, and so the tax base does. Oh yeah. But I don't think like people just won't work industry now because they're all commercial. I mean, that is partially simulated, but that's simulated through demand. Which I guess is actually the problem here, isn't it? Okay. Never mind. But this thing. We can prettify this a little bit. I'm considering coming in here and also adjusting this one to make it semi-realistic looking. But for now, what I want to do is just something simple. I looked at the wrong thing and it reset the menu. It's not that, it's that. Let's see, runway connector. Yeah, so the thing is, like, this thing will only point one way, which really limits what you can do for orientation. especially going off of how the runways naturally develop. But even just that, even just adding a little bit of green in between, just gives it a whole nother look, a whole nother feel. So yeah, I've gone through, I've looked at all the buildings, I've got kind of a plan, I've actually got some virtual graph sheet, graph paper, that I've been mapping out. So next time I think we will do the airport. Again, it could fit here, but I do want to push back on that pollution. Though I'm not really sure what else I'm going to put on the hill here, unless we do like the landfill on the hill. Does landfill tile itself put out a whole bunch of pollution? Because it doesn't actually say that. I think it probably does, but it doesn't say it's generating any. It would be a waste to make a nice flat area like this just landfill, but maybe I could put the landfill up here surrounded by recycling centers. Because those do... Oh, okay, well this doesn't say either, so it probably all does. But I imagine at a much, much lower rate than freaking port. And then once we get rid of that, that'll help on this area too. I mean, this is mostly coming off of incinerators. So once we get that, it should all just be this ambient low pollution. Which is not bad. I mean, it'd be on par with just what's coming out of the city. This is weird. This is about where the city center is, isn't it? Or less? No. Not quite. A bit over. But what is causing the pollution? I guess it's the knock-on effect of the theme park. But the fact that it's coming over here and it's centered around this as opposed to this is weird. Like medium air pollution. Is it the traffic down here maybe? Sure. But yeah, I think we'll just move that airport over here. Although that's a very big space for it now, especially now that I'm not going to put the spaceport over there, which is why I thought about putting the spaceport over there in the first place. So we might yet do that, make sort of a space annex to the airport or something, I don't know. Again, I'm still in the planning phase here. So maybe that whole, that could very well be this pollution thing is what's keeping this, I mean that's low land value right there for sure, so we'll have to figure out why that is happening there. Because that's not good. I guess I don't have any large park over here. I got one. Maybe another one would push up against the effect of it? Or something? I don't know. I'm actually really very high crime too. Very high crime too, really. Do we not have a police station here? Huh. Well, that is really weird. I would expect, because I know the theme park has negative effects. I would expect it. Maybe the theme park itself doesn't generate it. It generates the effect in surrounding buildings, which would explain that. In which case, we got to move the theme park. Maybe we're here. In a very terrible negative area. Which would be too bad, because I kind of like the idea of where it's at, you know, right there on the ocean front and all, but, yeah, that's got to go. Okay, well, I guess I'll be looking at that too. I'll be thinking about what I'm going to do to fill this back in, now that we've removed a vital component of this area. I was really hoping that all this stuff right near the city center, civic center, gonna be more impressive than it has become. I guess I gotta put down more parks or something, or bus stops to get rid of traffic, or something. Something's gotta go. But anyway, time to end this one here. Still got plenty of demand, so we could probably finish that off. And then I guess I could just do just a sprawl to fill this in, since it's mostly going to be the light stuff. I can just, spam that down, finish off this whole area. But I think we'll do the airport. That should, well, I don't know. It's actually really finicky. There's an easy way to do it, which doesn't look the best, and then there's the tougher way, which allows a little bit more customization, but it's still just because of the orientation of the buildings and the limitations. Like the ploppables, for example, you can put down the runway and the landing strip, but the runway only goes this way, and the landing strip only goes the other way. Like this. There's not one for each, which is really unfortunate, because it means you have to develop your airport in a certain way. Anyway, I'll end this one for now. I will see you next time.